I am finally on my road trip. Love it when people shoot the stop sign.
Continue straight.
Oh yay, the lady's still talking to me. I am going to the Baker Hot Springs, so I thought I'd show the way, because when I came the first time, it was a little confusing. So that road I just turned off is 173, I think, whatever that main highway. If you put in Baker Hot Springs in Google Maps, it will give you instructions to come here. Uh-oh, there's my baby waking up. However, at the actual point where you actually arrive to the spot where the springs are, it's not what you think it is, and it's well, last time Google Maps lady took me past it, so we'll see how she does this time. But you go on this road. It's a dirt road, but it's very nicely kept. You go right off of 173. I'm not sure about the 3 part, but that's not the important part, because Google Maps will take you to the right spot from that area. Off of Highway 6. Should get to that spot correctly. But this spot wasn't so correct, and we did have a fun adventure. Actually, I came with my boys, and I knew that I was going to be giving them back to Dad soon, and didn't know exactly how long it was going to be until I saw them again. Well, I knew I'd see them again whenever it was that we decided I would have them, but I knew I was going to be giving them over to Dad and into his custody. I was not going to fight that situation any longer. So there was a court thing going on. Anyways, if you watch my other videos, it talks about it. percentage-wise of what I experience, I think that a good 99.9% of people, everyone but me, worries a lot more than they need to about really unnecessary things. So that's not healthy. Worry grows cancer and other diseases, all other diseases, and dis-ease, right? So just a little bit of my barf out of maybe you don't want to hear my opinion, but there you got it anyways. So I brought my kids here. It was super fun, and they were worried, but once we got here, it was a total blast. And even though it was in the colder, there's still ice and wintry. Not like a lot, but it would get cold at night and whatever. But hey, we just jumped in the springs. It gets nice and toasty. Turn on the car for the heater. I have a camping heater, so I just turn that on in my car. If I don't want to turn my car on, leave that on, and oh yeah, that warms it up so nice and perfectly. It's amazing. So they had like the best time. But if I would have really asked them, hey, do you guys want to do this? They'd be like, oh no, we're good to sit home and stare at the computer for the rest of our lives. I ignore them. I don't know, maybe I'm missing the mark, but I hear people that, respect the kids' wishes and do exactly what they want, and that don't force them to do anything, because that's molding their brain to being, a true free person. And maybe they're right, but I guess if that's true, I suck at it, because I'm like, no, get out, we're going, this is ridiculous. So, I don't know, I guess I'm screwing up there, but it's just, I can't not screw up in that department if that's the case, because I am not going to sit there and watch my kids be in front of the freaking computer their entire lives. No. And they enjoyed the technology on the ride here, and they enjoyed the technology while we were here. I think that was great. But they also enjoyed the springs, and they enjoyed exploring around the area, and it was super fun. So, I don't know, I can't end up regretting making them do stuff, because they do end up loving it, and their physical vehicle, their body, ends up thriving because of it. I mean, I send them back looking like some fine specimens of humans, and then I get them back and they're like little Ethiopian, pale, like nearly dying things. But whatever, I'm sure it all serves a purpose. We all survived pretty crappy upbringings with really crappy food given to us through our childhood, so my kids at least have a one-up on me. They got me to come to once in a while. But as you'll see, thank you. That was way overkill on the moving over, but it's super appreciated. You got that truck, so I guess you can do it. I can't on this old thing. I already push it enough as it is. So yeah, when we came, the lady didn't say you've arrived. So I'm like, where is it? I don't see it. And I kept going. And at the point where she said we arrived, there was nothing. And I'd gone on, like, this road is pretty dang nice, but the road I went on was like, oh dear, what have I done? It was a little iffy, a little bottom bumping and things, because my van's not a big old tall thing. Okay, so here it starts to say private property, no trespassing. And so that was confusing, because I'm like, I'm trespassing now, crap. I didn't know if it meant just over there, or if the road was the part of the trespassing. Well, anyways, so ignore that sign, and there's like garbage and an RV and a drying machine over there. And then over here there's more garbage and crap. I'm sure it's not road will split. At least it looks like a split. Oh look, they put a picnic table. Nice. And you are going to go to the right. See, map lady ain't telling me nothing. That means she's screwing up. Oh wow, someone really fixed it up here. See, there's 2 picnic tables now. There was none before. So this is pretty cool, and this is where the springs are. And you can't see this from the road, so you don't know to turn right there. You're gonna miss it. So you're welcome. I'll see those cute flowers. My little son gave me those for Mother's Day. And they drew this little cute picture. Oh, you can see the reflection of it. Okay, whatever. So peace out. Enjoy your time at the Baker's Hot Springs. I know I'm gonna.